George W. Bush. Now, I didn't know we actually had to present today, so I wasn't fully prepared for this. I didn't really have a script or anything. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that, all that stuff. Yeah, it's my bad.
Mr. President, Dick Cheney told me to give this to you.
Oh, yeah, thank you, sir. God bless your soul. Dick Cheney, he's a wonderful man. My former president. Dick Cheney. You see, I'm George W. Bush, the amazing two-term Republican president from January 2001 to 2009. Great stuff right there. You see, who came before me? It was Mr. Bill Clinton here. As I said before, he loved his saxophone playing. He was good at that. And after me came Mr. Barack Obama. He's an amazing guy. I like him. He's got good talking skills. I love that man. Okay, on to my election stuff. See, I ran against Al Gore. Oh no. See, I ran against Al Gore and John Kerry. Except in 2002 against Mr. Al Gore. I kind of lost the popular vote. But I still became president, which is pretty cool. I'm going to get into some of that later. I made Dick Cheney my VP for 2 terms. He was, like I said, a wonderful guy who made me this presentation right here. All right, on to my next one. Okay, so my obstacles. You see, I had to go with my war with Iraq. It was the war on terror. Also, I had Democrats plotting against me. They didn't really like how I won the election without the popular vote. Also, my sister Robin died. Saving from bad blood disease. Some sad stuff. I also made some portraits of my younger years. Except, no, we'll get on that later. I don't want to beat around the bush. All right, that's right, people. See, Obama, I can make jokes too. All right, on to my next one. So some of my achievements. You see, I made these $1.3 trillion tax cuts from 2001 to 2003. I also signed the No Child Left Behind Act, signed the USA Patriot Act, as well as promoted socially conservative policies. I also sent the FEMA resources to the South and presided over the beginnings of the Great Recession. Stuff right there. Now, the major Supreme Court case, we actually only have one on here. It was Bush versus Gore. You see, it's because, remember, I said earlier, in the 2000 elections against Gore, I hadn't won the popular vote. But what happened was, you see, I still wanted to become president. But Florida, you see what they did? Their Supreme Court, they ordered a recount of the ballots. Unfortunately for them, U.S. Supreme Court delayed that and eventually just overthrew it. You know, because of the protection clause of 14th Amendment. Yeah. Okay, so some of my personal background. You see, when I was a child, I remember how I said earlier I didn't want to beat around the bush. I'm funny, right? Okay. So, when I was a child, I may have had some drinking problems at one point. Yeah, I drank a bit too much one night and still decided to drive. I got pulled over for a DUI. So that happened. I was married to Laura Bush, and my father was President H.W. Bush. Family, they were involved in politics since 1950. Moved to Midland, Texas a while now. Made a fortune in the oil business. Kind of got my dad angry. I told him I would work with him for a certain amount of time. Broke that contract. I became an all-around athlete in Phillips Academy. I didn't care too much about my grades. I focused on my social life. I was with the girls a lot. Oh, yeah. You see, later on, I enlisted in the Texas National Air Force, or National Guard, and was accepted into unsolicited help from a family friend, and became the second lieutenant and earned a fine pilot degree. All right. Okay, some of my other personal background. I proposed to Miss Laura Welsh after a while, after meeting her, and we settled in Midland, Texas, started business. We had twin daughters, Barbara and Jenna. They're great children. You know, I love them to death. I became the governor of Texas after my father lost Clinton. And in 1999, I began a campaign to run for president. And then again, I was elected president in 2000. See, my leadership style, I say, when I have a goal, I work to do it. I make that goal happen. You see, on the war on terror, I did everything I could, and I stopped those terrorists. Unfortunately, I could not stop 9/11. It's a sad time in our history. Okay, so some of our foreign crises and wars. You see, we had the 9/11 and Iraqi war. You see, on September 11, 2001, Al-Qaeda members blew up the Twin Towers. I promised on that day, I promised the people to prevent another terrorist attack. And then, that's when the war on terror began. You see, I declared that the U.S. military forces would preemptively stop a crisis if necessary would be needed. Wait. Whatever. I obtained the UN Security Council resolution to return weapon inspectors to Iraq, except that Iraq didn't comply with our weapons inspections, and we invaded setting it into a civil war. You see, I had quite a few scandals. This is just a few. You see, in 2003, I may have accidentally leaked a covert spy in the CIA in the Valerie plane. Yeah, that was my bad. And I also, 2003, you see, we had some stolen weapons, and I said, in 2003, I said, we found these weapons. I was lying, slightly. Later on, I ended up torturing a prisoner, Abu Ghraib. I tortured him a lot, and that didn't go down too well. Supreme Court and all that. And then later in 2008, I created the market crash and the greatest economic downturn since the Great Depression. Now, I may have messed up a little bit. Overall, my legacy, I made up many new words such as nuclear, strategery, and misunderestimate. I am known very well for not really being the smartest. So in conclusion, though I may not have been the brightest president, I think I did pretty well. Thank you for your time.